Let's start siguro. 10 o'clock na. Attorney Iris, the meeting will please come to order.
Yes, good morning, sir. This is to certify, sir, that we do have a quorum.
Okay. Yeah. What do you have for this morning agenda?
Sir, should I call the roll, sir, for the attendance, or should we go to the matter, sir?
Isang mabilis.
Sir, yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. This meeting is being streamed via the CAAP YouTube account. Please acknowledge once your name is called. We have our presiding officer, General John Estabilio. Attorney Roberto Martin Benaventura is in another meeting, sir. General Ernesto Milo.
Present, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. We have Engineer Arnel Borlado. Engineer Gary MJD.
Good morning, ma'am. Present po.
Sir Josue.
Good morning. Present.
Good morning, sir. Sir, for our end user from the Sam, Dr. Betel, we also have from the ADMS, sir, Engineer Lolita Hubay. For the BAC Technical Working Group, Attorney Marie Day Pitu. Morning. Engineer Michael Macabenta. Engineer Florian Atienza. Engineer Noric Baez. Mr. Jose Marie Anthony Elhilio.
Morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Mr. Alfred Destura. Michael Gregorio. Dr. Benjamin Terencio, and Ms. Chariling Walikan. For the BAC, good morning. For the BAC Secretariat, sir, we have Dr. Rolly Bayaban, Irish Presyon, Attorney Bo Masiglat, Engineer Sonny Villabert. For our minute speaker for today's meeting, sir, Ms. Nina Cristel Romasanta. And sir, also in attendance are the other members of the BAC Secretariat, as well as our observers from the DOTR, Procurement Division, from the COA, PCCI, IAS, and ASFI. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Are they here? Are they on board?
Sir, for the representatives from the PCCI, sir, they are not around, sir. They just acknowledge our letter, sir. However, we have our observer from the COA, sir, and the DOTR, sir, as well as from the Procurement Division, sir.
They're on board.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. Good morning to this mga observer din natin. Okay, let's start siguro, Attorney Iris.
Sir, for our agenda for today, sir, we have the Pre-Procurement Conference, first of the purchase of various drugs amounting to 2,432,000. This is a project by the OFSAM, sir. We were informed that this has been coordinated with the Procurement Division, sir, as well as the Technical Working Group, sir. This will be presented by, I think, Dr. Terencio. Doc?
Yes, sir. Can I start now?
Well,
Sure, actually, si Dr. Naziren dapat na magpe-present. Nagkaroon lang ng last-minute medical emergency. So, sir, I'm begging you for your pardon and mercy. So, slide. Nakikita na po lahat. Yung presentation po nakikita na ho.
Kita po, sir. Kita na.
Wala do.
Okay. Our project is purchase request of the drug and medicine for the use of Office of the Flight Surgeon and Aviation Unit. Next slide, please. The goal of the purchase of various drugs and medicine for the use at OPSAM are for the prevention of diseases and injury and promotion and maintenance of health among all CAAP employees. The purchase request of the drugs and medicine for the use of OPSAM total amount of 2,433,000 pesos, and this will be distributed to various airports. The approved budget is included in the APP for the calendar year 2021. Well, the approved budget for the contract is 2,433,000, and the source of fund is the approved budget in the APP calendar year 2021. For the product and supplier requirement, product must be FDA approved and supported by certificate of product registration and with bioavailability and bioequivalent studies. Product must be listed in the Philippine National Drug Formulary, and the supplier must be an authorized distributor by the principal or manufacturer. The supplier must have license to operate, and next slide, please. And the expiration date of items should not be less than 1.5 years or 18 months from the date of delivery. Underutilized or unused items which are 3 months near the expiration could be returned to the supplier for replacement. The supplier must have an office and store warehouse where the items indicated in the bid were being displayed or stored. And lastly, the list of institutions supplied or with similar contract. Well, for the purchase request, for the antibiotics, we have amoxicillin 500 milligrams, 20 box worth 24,000. Fluoxacillin 500 milligrams, 20 boxes per 100 worth 46,000. Have 625 milligrams, 30 boxes by 14s worth 45,000. Ciprofloxacin 500 milligrams, 20 boxes by 100 worth 50,000. Cefalexin 500 milligrams, 20 boxes worth 16,000. Isin 20 boxes by 3s worth 22,000 for total amount of 203,000 for the antibiotics. Next slide, please. For the anti-hypertension, we have amlodipine 5 milligrams, 25 boxes by 100 worth 40,000. Amlodipine plus losartan, 15 boxes worth 33,000. Captopril 25 milligrams, boxes by 100 worth 11,500. Losartan 25 boxes by 100 worth 50,000. Clonidine hydrochloride 10 boxes by 100 worth 30,000 for a total of 164,500. Next slide, please. For the analgesic and muscle relaxant, we have ibuprofen plus paracetamol, 10 boxes by 100 worth 22,000. Paracetamol 500 milligrams, 20 boxes by 500, 34,000. Naproxen sodium 500 milligrams, 5 boxes by 500 worth 10,000. Celecoxib 200 milligrams, 20 boxes by 100 worth 30,000. Mefenamic acid, 30 boxes by 100 worth 60,000 for total amount of 156,000. For the anti-diabetic medicine, we have metformin, 500 milligrams, 10 boxes by 100 worth 11,000. Glycoside, 80 milligrams, 5 boxes by 100 worth 6,000. Glibenclamide, 10 boxes by 100 worth 9,000. Glimepiride, 2 milligram, 10 boxes by 100 worth 9,000. Next slide, please. For cough and colds, we have carbocysteine, 30 boxes by 100 worth 42,000. Phenylpropanolamine, 30 boxes by 100 worth 45,000. Lagundi Forte, 600 milligram, 30 boxes by 100 worth 27,000. Erdostin, 300 milligrams, 30 boxes by 100 worth 33,000. Tablet, 10 boxes worth 8,750. Salbutamol nebules, 30 boxes by 30s worth 27,000. For the total amount of 102,750. Next slide. For gastrointestinal medicine, we have aluminum magnesium hydrochloride, 20 boxes by 100 worth 19,500. Loperamide, 2 milligrams, 20 boxes by 100 worth 19,500. Meprazole, 20 milligrams, 20 boxes by 100 worth 19,500. Omeprazole, 40 milligram, 20 boxes by 100 worth 19,500. Hyoscine butyl bromide, 20 milligrams, 20 boxes by 100 worth 19,500. Oresol, 25 sachet, 20 boxes worth 19,500. Okay, next slide, please. For anti-cholesterol, we have rosuvastatin, 20 milligrams, 20 boxes by 100 worth 30,000. Rosuvastatin, 10 milligrams, 10 boxes by 100 worth 13,000. Simvastatin, 10 boxes by 100 worth 18,000. Rosuvastatin, 20 milligrams, 10 boxes by 100 worth 6,000. Fenofibrate, 200 milligrams, 20 boxes by 30 worth 24,000 for a total amount of 102,000. Next slide, please. For anti-allergy, we have cetirizine, 10 milligrams, 10 boxes by 100 worth 11,000. Loratadine, 10 milligrams, 10 boxes by 100 worth 11,000. Levocetirizine, 10 boxes by 100 worth 13,000. Levocetirizine plus Montelukast, 10 boxes by 100 worth 15,000. Avastin, 10 boxes by 100 worth 18,000. Chlorphenamine maleate, 10 boxes by 100 worth 15 million for total of 83,000. Next slide, please. For anti-gout medicine, we have allopurinol, 300 milligrams, 10 boxes by 100 worth 8,750. Febuxostat, 10 boxes by 100 worth 8,750 for total amount of 17,500. For anti-dizziness, Cinirazine, 25 milligrams, 20 boxes by 100 worth 22,500. Betahistine, 8 milligrams, 10 boxes by 100,250 for total amount of 33,750. For eye drops, we have nafozolimine, pheniramine, 15 ml, 20 bottles worth 12,000. Dexamethasone tobramycin 50 ml, 20 bottles worth 10,000. Tobramycin eye drops 20 bottles, 12,000. Carboxymethylcellulose sodium 20 bottles, 5 ml, worth 12,000 for a total amount of 40,000. Next slide, please. For topical agents, mga ointment, we have mupirocin 2%, 30 tubes worth 20,700. Clobetasol propionate 15 grams, 30 tubes worth 20,700. Ketoconazole 30 tubes worth 20,700. Then silver sulfadiazine cream 12 tubes worth 6,900 for a total amount of 69,000. For injectable medicine, we have hyoscine and butyl bromide, 5 boxes of 10 worth 7,000. Tetanus toxoid fuel, 5 boxes by 10 worth 7,500. And diphenhydramine IM or IV 50 ml, 5 boxes by 10 worth 7,500. Then lastly, multivitamin, we have sodium ascorbate 500 milligrams plus zinc 27.5 milligrams for a total amount of 1,000,000. Delivery of goods is required within 45 calendar. Next slide, please. Then, for the mode of procurement, sir, for public bidding, that's also.
Okay. Any comment from the members? Thank you, Doc Ben. There being none, any motion to approve the purchase of the various drugs and medicine supplies?
Yes, sir. Pahabol lang po, sir.
Sige, go ahead.
May I ask the OPSAM, in the event na ma-deliver mga ito, sino yung tiyak nyo? That will decide that is delivered properly with the quality and quantity are okay. Sino ang linalagay nyo doon?
Sir, ako po, then si plus 2 doctor, sir, si Dr. Sherman Nazaire po.
Di ba may slash yun? Slash yung end user at saka yung tiyak chairman. Sino yung tiyak chairman? Being the OPSAM is the FSI.
Yes, sir. Usually, sir,
FSIS, tama?
Sa OPSAM, sir, either si
Yes.
Doc Rolly at saka or ako po, ang signatory po.
Yung tiyak, ano?
Ang tiyak po.
Oo.
Hindi
Sige,
ba-
I just want to
Di ba dapat, Miles, merong ano yan? Merong authority order yan?
That's why, sir, I am asking them, kasi yung lahat ng AFS na related na, mayroon tiyak chairmanship ko. That's why I'm asking, kasi yung ibang services, yung service chief is the tiyak chairman. I don't know sa inyo. So in that manner, sometimes kasi nakalagay yung pangalan ko, although medicine ito is under ganon, ako yung linalagay na is, that's why I'm asking, sir, kung mayroon kayong asking while ago na may authority na indeed si Doc Bayaban ang tiyak and so on and so forth, or yung service chief under OPSAM. Para kasi yun ang proof po, yun ang kine-check up dito sa accounting.
Yes,
Yun
sir.
lang sir, tinatanong ko lang sa OPSAM kung mayroon tayong authority order na indeed sila yung tiyak chairman and so on and so forth.
The authority order, pero usually kasi, sir, Dr. Han, pag wala po, Dr. Bayaban, ako ang designated may pirma po.
Asan?
Asan, sir?
Pero yung tiyak, yung tiyak chairman, dun sa baba.
Si Dr. Bayaban po.
Dalawa kayo.
Opo. Yes, sir.
Order ng medicines, si Doc Bayaban later, of medicine, whether it is an emergency or otherwise.
Yes, siya po ang nag-approve po, tapos depende po sa kung ano man, may and human po kami na siya ang magre-recommend. Tapos si Dr. Bayaban ang pumipirma po.
Yun lang, Mr. Chair, I just want to that documented na mayroon dapat supporting papers na indeed siya yung magpipirma as tiyak chairman.
Sige po.
Hindi. Ano order? Make Ben, ha?
Yes, sir. Sige po.
Paano tayo ng authority order?
Sige po, ikaklaruhin ko rin po kay Dr. Bayaban, tapos pag wala po, sige po, mag-usap po kami dalawa, tapos gagawa siguro ho kami ng authority order, tapos papapirmahan po.
Thank you.
Chair?
Yun lang po sa akin, Mr.
Okay, thank you very much, Miles. Sino yung
Sir, galing sir po.
floor? Gary, go ahead.
Opo, sir. Ang ko lang po yung slide na sent ni Doc kanina regarding doon sa expiration date, yung minimum po natin.
Yes, sir.
Opo. Kasi nakalagay po, Doc, is 18 months. Opo, 1.5 years. Not prior to delivery.
President.
Opo. So, kasi mga medicine po itong pinoprocure natin, syempre may shelf life. So, ito po ba na 18 months is enough para po hindi tayo ma-expirean or science po ninyo?
Well, dapat ang i-deliver na medicine dito sa atin po, dapat hindi bababa ng 18 months yung expiration. Pwede naman pag medyo lumampas po sila, pwede naman hindi tanggapin yon at kumuha tayo ng bagong stock na medyo bago-bago from that yung medicine. Pwede naman po natin hindi tanggapin yon. Tapos papalitan ng medyo bagong stocks na po.
Okay. So, kasi ang nakalagay dito, kasi baka, iisip ko lang po, Doc, yan baka mayroong tayo makuha na talagang nakalagay naman is 18 months prior to delivery. So, yun nga yun, na baka masyadong, kumbaga, maigsi para sa atin din yung minimum natin.
18 months po, pwede na ho yan. Dinagdagan na lang yan Parang ang original nakalagay dyan is 1 year. So pinadagdagan po namin, ginawa po namin ng additional na 6 months.
Doon naman po sa experience natin, Doc, yung mga nabibili natin na hindi naman kumbaga prior na dumating sa expiration date na nako-consume naman lahat.
Actually naman, ang mga medicine, mga fast moving naman yan, hindi naman po madalas tagal dito sa atin. Sa sobrang dami ho na may sakit sa atin. Usually naman, nauubos naman po kagad yan.
Okay. Sige. Mr. Chair, yun lang po.
Thank you, Gary. Actually, Doc, ito kung titingnan mo, karami at yun, finance medicine ito eh.
Yes, sir.
Mga kuha ng ano eh.
Tsaka,
Diabetes, sa gout, ano eh. Mga kuha to, mga maintenance medicines.
sa pang emergency medicine din, sir. Meron po din na included dyan.
Yan ba ang tawag dito? Yung mode of, mayroon ba tayong mode of distribution yan o ano? As ano lang, as request lang or per prescription lang?
Usually, sir, kung may magpatingin sa amin dito, ever since, sir, yung usual na practice namin dito sa bigyan na muna namin, sir, sila ng initial na dose. Usually, for 1 week ang gamot, binibigyan po namin ng 10 po, 10 capsules or tablets. Tapos the rest po, they have to buy outside po. So hindi naman, para hindi ho naman maubos ng isang tao lang po yung gamot. Kunyari, usually binibigyan namin sila ng 10, tapos the rest po, sila na ho ang bibili sa labas.
Okay.
Pero hindi po nare-reimburse, hindi po rini-reimburse natin yung mga binibili nilang gamot sa labas.
Hindi nyo ba nasubukan sa ano na lang sa tawag dito, sa Mercury Drug o sa Watson? Parang yung service na lang, agreement, parang ganon. So, tapos kumbaga sa ano, purchase order na lang ang gagawin natin. Bayad lang.
Yes, sir. Unang-una, sir, siguro mapapamahal kasi tayo pag sa or sa Watson. Tapos, kung sa supplier naman, ang higpit po sa mga tinitingnan naman namin yung mga gamot po na din-deliver. Usually kasi baka mga fly-by-night supplier. So,
kasi baka merong ano diyan, baka may chok diyan.
Ayun nga po. Masyado maingat po kami sa mga ganyan, sir. Talagang iniisa-isa po namin. Pag sa tingin namin na hindi gamot, naghahanap po kami or pinapapalitan naman po namin.
Oo, kasi lalo na kung mga hinala yung mga kwan, na sumali lang.
Yes, sir.
Kasi at least ang ano ko lang kaya nasabi ko yung dito sa mga Mercury Drug, yung mga ganon. Sigurado. Kumbaga sa ano may quality control doon. Ito sa atin, sino bang quality control natin? Si Dr. Renzo at si Doc Bilang. Oh.
Sir, usually naman, sir, hinihinga naman namin sila ng study tungkol sa mga gamot nila. Tawag namin yung mga bioavailability at saka mga bioequivalents sa mga nagde-deliver. Kunyari, nag-supply ho sila sa atin. Kunyari, sir, amoxicillin, usually maraming gumagawa ng amoxicillin. So, kahit na pinakamura siya, hininga naman po na yung study nila na magko-compare sa sinet ng stand ng gumawa talaga ho ng amoxicillin. Kaya mahirap din naman po sila makapasok dito na basagan.
Okay, at least we're clear and sticker on that area. Okay, any other comment or the other members?
Yes, to the chair.
Yeah, sige, go ahead, Gary.
Ang ating presentation ngayon ng mga ng project ng OPSAM is pre-procurement, and then na-present yung mga list niya. So, I would send the documents, papas natin, and then it would be ready po for pre-bid kasi ang ano nila is public bidding. So nakikita naman natin na through public bidding yung kanilang mode of procurement. So i-ano natin po yung
okay. Do it. I guess yung ano lang natin dito is to ano lang yung the mode of procurement lang ang ano muna natin dito. Ang assignment natin. Then siguro
sir, kasi nabasa ko kasi sa notice nakalagay po is pre-pro, hindi po mode of procurement.
Gano'n, pre-procurement. Nga pala, no? Do you have the data na dyan sa inyo, the document?
Mr. Chair,
Sige, Attorney Iris.
the BAC, sir, if Dr. Rencio would like to will be presenting it, sir, we could pull out the document, sir.
Na-forward na po, attorney, dyan sa inyo. Okay. Purchase of various drugs and medicine supplies. Sorry, attorney. Babasahin ko po lahat to. Sorry, attorney, bago kasi lahat to sa akin.
Sir, it would depend on your presentation, sir, but we have ang important po is yung invitation to bid, sir, yung schedule po natin, and then niyo po dun sa actions to bidders niyo po, sir. The document that was forwarded to the BAC, sir, is composed of 69 pages. So medyo lengthy po siya.
Ano yan, pakiulit. Ano yung...
6 pages po yung bid documents na finorward po sa amin, sir. Will the OFSAM be prepared to present this doc? Hindi po siya kayang basahin po ng isa-isa po.
Ano po?
Yes, sir. But if OFSAM is not prepared, sir, we could set this in the pre-procurement for this, sir, for another schedule, and then po, diretso na po siyang posting, sir. In the interest of time.
Kung po pwede, ganun na lang po.
Sir, I will ipapresent ko po kayo, sir. I will pull out the document po.
Attorney Irish, isa-isahin na lang po na i-flash yung invitation, tapos susunod na lang po yung DBS for the appreciation po ng committee as requested by Sir Gary.
Sige, engineer, I will pull out po.
Next page po. So this is the invited. The here already discussed by Dr. Renzo. The ABC or the approved budget of the contract for this project purchase of various drugs and medicine supplies amounting to 2,432,000 pesos. And the delivery of the goods is 45 calendar days upon receipt of NTP. Baba pa po, ma'am. Ma'am. Next page po. Succeeding procurement activity, pre-bid, submission and opening of bids will be coordinated with YES and the TWG. Once the committee decided to go on with the posting, but the venue for the opening is the same, the conference room of the main building of CAAP. Next slide po. This is the invitation to bid po. We'll proceed with the bid data sheet. Sa bid data sheet na lang po, Attorney Irish.
Engineer Mike, the bid data sheet is flashed.
Ay, naka-off po pala yung mic ko. The similar contract regarding the project, the purchase of various drugs and medicine supplies, completed projects within 5 years prior to the deadline of submission and receipt of bids. Eligibility and technical documents, PhilJEPS registration for Class A documents, legal liens, PhilJEPS registration, registration with SEC, mayor's permit, tax clearance. Next page po. State for the technicments, that's standard forms, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts in format Annex A Form 1, statement of SLCC, format A Form 2, and copy of bid securing declaration or bid security. Prescribed format is Annex B Form 1. Schedule of requirements, Annex 2. Technical requirements or technical specification, already discussed by the previous earlier in with the prescribed format Annex B Form 3. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement in the form of Annex B Form 4. As attachment to the statement or certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government, and legal clearance issued by CAAP ELS and the bid bulletin. Financial doc. The bidders must submit prospective bidders must submit financial statements stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions, which should be not earlier than 2 years from the date of submission. Second financial document is the net financial contracting capacity. Class B documents, if applicable, the venture agreement. Bids not complying to the and financial documents shall be disqualified. Bids bid security shall be 2% of the ABC. If the bid securing declaration is in the form of cash or cashier's or manager's check, if it is in the form of surety bond, it's 5% of the ABC. BDS clause number 15, each and every page shall be held or signed by the duly authorized representative. Next page, Attorney Irish. Each and every page shall be signed and initialed by the representative, with tabbings, pagination, the bidders must submit one original copy and two copies of the first and second components of the bid. Bids not complying to this BDS clause shall be disqualified. 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. Next, Attorney Eric. With section 6 na po, Attorney Eric. Yan po. This schedule of requirements, are already discussed by the end user earlier. The quantity of the type of drug, being procured, and the delivery is 45 calendar days. Kindly scroll down. Isa po. Sige pa po. These are the technical technical specifications for each and every drug being procured. Scroll down na lang po for the interest of time po. So those are the technical specifications and schedule of requirements for the procurement of the project. I have mentioned prescribed format. This section 8 enumerates all the prescribed format for the technical and financial documents. This ends the presentation po, with regards to the Philippine bidding documents for posting.
Mr. Chair, that ends the presentation of the TWG, sir.
Any comments from other members regarding the presentation of the OPSAM?
Through the chair.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to be clarified on the availability of fund. Doc, is the fund available? Is this properly funded?
Through the chair.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was informed po that the mode of procurement was already tackled last meeting po. Am I correct, Dr. Talento? The mode of procurement regarding this project was already tackled or decided last meeting. Kindly request on screen the certificate of budget allocation.
Doc, I think you're on mute, Doc.
Dr. Red, sir, do you have a copy of the certificate of budget allocation? Naka-mute po.
Nasa BAC Secretariat na po, kasama po ng purchase request.
Mr. Chair, if the BACSEC could, in the interest of time, may we just post the forwarded document in the Viber group or in the emails of the members, sir, for their appreciation, considering that this has been presented previously, sir, by the OFSAM, sir, during the determination of the procurement, sir.
Hindi ba siya available ngayon?
is in the BACSEC office, sir. Ihahabol po namin, sir, but we will
Sige.
have to look for it, sir. But
Oh.
we will furnish the members, sir, the committee of the said CBA, sir.
This is chargeable against 2021 COB budget, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Doc,
Yes, sir.
chargeable against 2021 COB budget,
Sa
no?
2021 pa.
Okay, sige. Sige, let's move forward.
To the chair.
Sige, Gary.
Opo. Napansin ko lang po kasi sa bid docs na present. Yun yung latest edition kasi ang inaalala ko Mr. Chair is baka magkaroon tayo ng magkaroon ng failure considering na yung BDOC namin particularly sir doon sa envelope system kasi doon po sa bagong edition ng BDOCs isang envelope system na lang po yung piniprescribe doon. So ang tanong ko lang po is i-adapt po ba natin yun or dito tayo mag-stick sa lumang edition?
Technical working group. Any comment from the query of Gary here? Technical working group. Juan, Tony Iris, Secretariat, are the technical working group still inside the room?
Yes, sir. They are still inside the room, sir. We have Engineer Mike Macabenta. Engineer. He's still here, sir.
Hello po. I'm sorry, tinatawag ko lang po si Doc Bayab. Doc Rencio kung may available. Ano po yun ulit?
Engineer, with regard to the bid documents that is used, it was earlier raised by Engineer Gary JD that the some use the old version of the
as far as I can remember, the 2020 bid docs was presented to me by the end user po. Bid 2020 version was presented last Wednesday po. Is the version Attorney Irish flashed on the screen previously early 2016? On the first page po, cover. The 6th edition, July 2020 bid docs is the latest format po, members of the BAC.
Mr. Chair, if I may. Sir,
Yeah, go ahead.
in BAC Charlie, sir, we are using the one envelope system. I think this is in BDS clause number 19.2. I would like to ask sir if the BAC Bravo would be adopting also the one envelope system, sir, wherein we would only require the submission of the original copy only of the proposals.
Hindi,
To the chair.
kung ano ba yung standard ano natin ano ba ang ano ng technical working group here? Yun ang i-adapt natin. Ano yung latest o ano yung whatsoever. Hindi pwedeng yung kung ano-ano lang. Sige, Kwan,
If I may po.
technical working group. Attorney
Yes
Dane.
po. Yung po sa ano po, BDS po kasi is pwede po talaga siyang palitan ng mga add ng parang additional requirements po. So, hindi naman po strictly na bawal yung 2 copies or 3 yung more than dun sa copies na nasa instruction to bidders. Kasi nga po, yung BDS po, yun po yung pwede nating lagyan ng sariling specification. So, kung gusto pong one envelope, okay lang naman po. Pero from previous lang po kasi, prior to the implementation ng latest edition po, ganun po kasi yung nakalagay sa BDS. So, kinere lang po ng TWG. Although, we're amenable naman po to changing it na lang din po. If yun po yung gusto ng body.
Ayun, di ba napag-usapan natin, malaki yung umbrella yung
Yan, sir. So,
Okay. Either or lang pala. Tapos it will not be a ground for disqualification when time comes. So yung ano natin, yung magiging perception o magiging assumption natin by then, it will not matters. Tama ba yun?
bali, sir, kung ano po yung nakalagay sa BDS, yun po yung kailangan nilang i-submit. So, kumbaga yung pong sa BDS, yung pong requirement ng procuring entity.
Okay.
Na ano po,
Through the chair.
Sige. Go ahead, Mike.
Based on the draft po ng bid documents ng prepared by the end user, there is a special instruction that to provide other 2 copies of the first and second component, and not complying to that shall be grounds for the disqualification. Meron pong special instruction that modifies this general instruction po. Pero pwede din po nating hindi i-disqualify kung hindi sila makapag-submit ng 2 other copies. I-edit na lang po namin yung BDS clause 15, whatever the members or the committee decide if the number of fees for disqualification.
To the chair.
Sige, go ahead.
May request po na i-flash yung particular instruction na nandoon sa BDS natin. Kasi yun yung medyo, baka magkaroon tayo, sir, ng problema nga. Dito po, sir, kasi nakalagay na bid not complying with above instruction shall be automatically disqualified. So, yun nga po, sana i-delete ito kasi doon po sa pinaka-instruction niya is not complying dito sa ganitong instruction original to bidders ay hindi pwedeng maging ground for disqualification.
Ano siya, contradicting.
Opo, sir.
Ano ng technical working group?
Iakyat na lang po itong instruction.
i-delete na lang yung ano. Pero with respect po dun sa number of copies, okay po kayo dito sa 1 original and 2 copies? Para pag po inedit po, ni-revise po namin.
Bali, Sir Gary, this will be the revised version. The bits not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified refers to the pagination, tabbings, and initial of the representative na lang po, not the number of copies. If the committee is amenable to this revision.
To the chair, okay po ako dito sa pag-change kaya pag-akyat ng bids not complying with the above instruction regarding sa pagination. Pero yung doon sa number 2, hindi na po natin siya isama sa automatically disqualified kasi yun nga contradicting po doon sa kaninang instruction doon sa ITD.
First, sir.
Through the chair.
Sige, go ahead.
Yes, sir. May I ask the TWG, is the reason why we are requiring for 3 copies of the proposal? So we have 1 original and 2 second copies. What is the reason?
For the bid evaluation po, there are 8 members of the TWG that will evaluate the bids submitted by the prospective bidders para po hindi na po tayo pwedeng magsabay-sabay na mag-evaluate yung ibang grupo ng TWG po.
In that case, Mr. Chair, I support the proposal of submitting 3 copies. 1 original and 2 second.
About the other members?
No further comment from me, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
I also have no objection to this requirement as long as yun nga hindi siya maging ground for disqualification.
Okay. So with that, any motion to approve itong mga bid docs na to? Adopting this mga bid documents na ito.
Mr. Chair, may I reiterate the recommendation of the end user and the technical working group to adopt. We recommend for the posting of the Philippine bidding documents for this project.
Okay, any motion to approve the recommendation of the technical working group on the bid documents available?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
Ano yan, Gary?
Motion to motion, sir.
Okay, any second the motion, please?
Second the motion.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the adoption of the bid docs as presented by the technical working group. Hereby approved. Okay, Secretariat.
Sir, considering that the recommendation has been adopted, sir, may the Secretariat request for the posting of the bid document submitted, sir, subject to the changes discussed earlier, sir.
Yeah. It will be posted na?
Yes, sir, subject to the changes, sir, provided earlier.
Yeah. That's correct. Kung ano yung natin na dito, yung some of the changes na yung kindly adapt everything na yung pinag-usapan natin dito.
Mr. Chair, for the next agenda, sir, the end user requested, sir, if we would proceed to the pre-procurement, sir, for the survey services for the extension and expansion of Baler Airport, sir, before we proceed to Bigan, sir, if the committee would allow.
Okay, sige. Are there any violent reaction? If none, sige, then we'll go to the 2.5 first.
Yes, sir. Next agenda, sir, is pre-procurement of survey services for the extension and expansion of Baler Airport amounting to 1,974,210 pesos. This is an ADMS DOTR downloaded project, sir. This will be presented by Engineer Lolita Hubay of the ADMS, sir. Engineer.
Good morning. Please allow me to present. Can my presentation be seen?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm presenting the pre-procurement of survey services for the extension and expansion of Baler Airport. So this is the brief background of the project. So this is a DOTR downloaded project for the expansion of landside facilities and extension of runway for Baler Airport. ADMS has initially identified the area for acquisition, but this is still subject for validation by the survey services procured at the same time with appraisal services. So the engagement of a survey firm is to determine the lots and improvements affected by the extension and expansion of Baler Airport, delineate its meets and bounds as indicated in the approved parcel area plan, and segregate the portions affected for land registration purposes in favor of this authority. These are the project objectives. To gather data on existing property lines, areas where unwritten rights may exist, and any other evidence that makes up the land net. So also, it will include gathering of data for the land records of the right-of-way to determine, delineate, demarcate, monument, and map the Baler Airport right-of-way for extension and expansion. The second objective is to identify the affected lots and existing improvements within each affected parcel, which will be used as reference during the appraisal activities. And from that, this will be the basis for payments of the right-of-way claims. The third is to identify affected lots within ROW limits as defined in the approved alignment study and segregate the affected portions for the purpose of registering them in favor of this authority. So this is the initial parcellary plan prepared by ADMS. So these are the areas subject for acquisition. So this one is for the landside expansion. This is for the runway extension. And for the invitation to bid, the project title is the Procurement of Survey Services for the Extension and Expansion of Baler Airport. The source and is GAACY 2017, which is a DOTR downloaded project. Approved budget for the contract is 1,974,210 pesos. This is some personnel requirement required. So one project manager, one geodetic engineer, two engineering, one common laborer, one researcher, two one encoder secretary, one messenger/liaison officer. So these are the minimum equipment required. This 4 units, dual frequency survey grade GNSS equipment with corresponding accessories, 1 total station complete accessories, and 1 service vehicle with digital. The duration of the project would be 45 calendar days, and the applicable fee for the bidding documents is 5,600. Clause 10.1, the minimum required experience of proposed professional staff is as follows. So for the project manager, we have 10 years, which with a valid license. The valid license applicable here would be a geodetic engineer license. So geodetic engineer for the experience would need 5 years, then a valid license also. So the scope of work for the project would be, first, they have to submit the inception report, then the final parcellary survey report, the final right-of-way survey report, and if the acquisition progresses into expropriation proceedings, we would require them to appear before the court. Mode of procurement would be public bidding, which is consulting services. Evaluation procedure would be quality cost-based evaluation. And this is the criteria for ratings for the highest rated bid. So technical will be 70%, financial will be 30%. So the technical aspect is divided into 3. We have the experience and capability of the IPA, which is 28%. Quality of personnel to be assigned to the project, which is 21%. And plan of approach and methodology would be 21%. So for approval for posting for the bid documents for this project. Thank you.
Any comments from the members?
Mr. Chair.
Miles, sige, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Engineer Hubay, may I just ask, this procurement service, how long it will take? May I just be clarified? How long yung ano natin, term of reference?
45 calendar days.
They have to have the output.
Yes, sir.
45 days. Marrying it, so to speak, yung slide mo on the percentages. Sige, yung yan, inception report, final, magkasabay yung 45 days dyan.
And the number of initially identified lots, sir, we have identified 12 lots only, so it will not take law firm to conduct and to deliver.
So per experience, pasok yan.
Yes po.
Okay. So next question, may just be, I'm just curious yung percentages. Bakit 8 yung 30 and 70? 20, bakit may 21 pa? It's a whole number, so parang ganun. Is there any significance? Bakit hindi pa say 30, ganun, may 2021 pa?
Sir, the technical is 70%. So actually, we have already set for the experience and capability of the IPA. This is 40, 30, 30. But since it's only 70%, we have calculated na with respect to 70%. But for the whole technical lang, sir, this is 40, 30, 30. Which is 100% for the technical. So we have calculated this is 40% of 70%.
Hindi, itong experience, quality, personnel, plan of approach, methodology. Di ba? Hindi yung 70%, the breakdown of which is the 28, 21, 21. Ha? Tama?
Yes, sir.
Oo. So, I am just asking, yung 21, may yung +1 doon. Is there any
Actually, sir, the calculated value, sir, but for the experience and capability of the IPA, that is 40%. For the technical, we're referring to the technical aspect only, sir. So for the experience and capability of the IPA, that is 40% of 70%. For the quality of personnel to be assigned to the project, that is 30% of 70%. Then plan out approach and methodology, that's 30% of 70%, sir. That's why it's 28, 21, 21.
Okay. Sige, sige. Okay. Parang kinonfuse pa. Sige. Okay, sige kung ganun. Okay, Baler, ano? Itong Baler, the survey, extension expansion, before, asan ang stage ito? May I just be educated yung from the time nung pag natapos to, ano yung susunod? Kasi mayroon dito Baler, ano din, survey services din. So that is another
Sir,
activity
this is for
later.
sir, this is for the survey services.
Yeah. Pero ito yung appraisal of land improvements including crops and trees, iba rin ito ulit.
Yes, sir. This is in conjunction with this service. Bale, dalawang project siya, sir, pero dalawang bidding activity but same project lang po siya. Site acquisition for Baler Airport.
Pero hindi pwedeng pag-combine ito, no? In the interest of time.
No, sir, because it involves different fields of expertise.
Okay. So that's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miles. By the way, ano naman to, templated naman na siguro tong ano na to, no? Tong bid docs na to. Ha?
Yes,
Tama
sir.
ba? Templated naman na siya.
Yes, sir.
Except itong kwan mo, itong sa ano ng technical ano mo, sa criteria and ratings for evaluation. Pero the rest itong format, itong ano, plated siya, di ba?
Yes, sir. Same template with other consulting services na procurement.
Pero ang galing ha. Talagang very precise yung ano nyo ha. 28 tapos 21, 21 ha. Sige, any other comment from the members?
Through the chair.
Sige, Jos.
If my recollection is correct, this project was decided to be given to Charlie, and it was given back to, if I'm not mistaken, the process then was the determination of the procurement process pa lang. Have we determined the mode of procurement before?
With my recollection, Sir Jose, Mr. Chair, the mode of procurement was decided last meeting, last presentation of this project.
Prior to the motion, basically.
procurement was not established wala po na natuloy yung motion to adopt the mode of procurement public bidding dahil po nagdang separate motion na ipasa.
Is it right to proceed with the procurement if we haven't determined yet the mode of procurement for the project?
Bali po, in the interest of time po, po sana yung approval ng mode of procurement and the posting if the committee is
I'll submit to the decision of the chair.
Yeah, kung wala naman sigurong violation tayo na na pwedeng pagsabayan sila, then have to do it. Do you have any violation ba from natin? Natin? Sa technical working group o sa secretariat?
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Sige, go ahead please.
Considering that this is a DOTR downloaded project, sir, I think it is in the GAA, sir, that the recommended mode of procurement for this one, sir. And also considering that the amount involved, sir, is more than 1 million, sir. Then I think, sir, it is included in the documents that were downloaded DOTR for the procurement of this one.
Yeah, that's correct. Wala.
So considering that, sir, then we could move for the approval of the presented document for the procurement of this one, sir, and for the posting, sir.
Without the or approval of the mode of procurement niya, or what mode of procurement that shall we do with this project?
Sir, however, I think, sir, it is already in the documents that were downloaded, sir, by the DOTR to us.
Kasama na ba doon?
Yes, sir. For the appreciation of the committee, sir, we will also furnish the mode of procurement, sir, that were indicated in the document, sir.
So the question a while ago by Justice was already answered since the mode of procurement was already inputted or placed on the documents upon downloading here at CAAP.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So okay ka na doon, Jos?
Better po sana if we could see the document prior to approving the
So do you have that document, Secretariat?
Right now, sir, it is in the BAC office, sir, but we could furnish the committee, sir, of the document, sir.
Wala ba dito mga yung back office? So that we can push for this
Sir, we will try to pull it out, sir, and present it later, sir.
O sige. It will be fine for you, Jos, napakuha na lang din. They will show to us in a while.
Yes, sir, no problem.
Retrieving it at the office.
Yes, sir, no problem. And as I could see for the remaining agenda items, pare-parehas lang po sila. So maybe they can also get the documents for the succeeding agenda items.
Yeah, tama yon. Alas pare-pareho naman sila ng situation So might as well retrieve all documents related to this this procurement.
Mr. Chair, if I may po.
Yeah, sige, Mike.
We request with the end user to proceed with the presentation for the appraisal services. Because these projects are as a different scope of work. But for other airports, parehas na po yung scope ng dalawang types of serve to be procured.
What do you mean by Mike? Is the both Baler procurement should be na?
There are two projects po for the there are two airports that are being procured site acquisition, and there are two types ng services na i-procure po natin for each of the airports. One is the survey and the other is the appraisal.
Kaya nga, ang ano lang dito, we have two different airports, the Vigan and the Baler. Same time, two types of what do you call this? Of service. One is the survey services, and the appraisal. The other one is for the appraisal of land improvements. Tama ba yun? So what do you propose?
We suggest that to continue with the presentation of the appraisal services.
Without approving first the dito sa 2.4 yung procurement of survey services. May tasal approve muna natin.
Sir, if I may.
Sige, Atty. Ding.
Yes, sir. Sir, if hindi po makuha yung documents, I don't think there would be a problem din naman po if mag-iilang din po ng resolution to the effect na this project would be public bidding and nasabay na po. Since yung naman po pag-mote is if hindi po naka-identify lang, wala naman po specific timeline for that then na kailangan may certain number of days before i-propose after po na ma-determine yung mode of procurement.
Okay, sige. So, the pleasure of the group, we proceed to the consultative services.
I think, sir, we could proceed for the appraisal.
Oh, sige.
Yes, sir. In the interest of time also, we can proceed.
Yeah, okay, sige. Juan, Attorney Iris, can you proceed to the consultancy services of the Vigan? Sorry, of the Baler pala. Of the Baler Airport.
2.5.
2.5.
Sir, the next item is the procurement of consultancy service for the appraisal of land improvements, including crops and trees for the expansion of Baler Airport, amounting to 700,850 pesos, an ADMS DOTR downloaded project. Engineer Lolit.
Let me show you my presentation. Is my presentation see everybody?
Yes, Engineer.
This is for the pre-procurement of appraisal services for the extension and expansion of Baler Airport. So this is also the same, which is a DOTR downloaded project. So the engagement of an independent property appraiser is in compliance with Section 6 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations, IRR of the Republic Act Number 10752, otherwise known as the Right-of-Way Act. So this is the project objective. So determine the current market value of the land, the replacement cost of structures and improvements, and the current market value of crops and trees in the properties as affected by the right-of-way requirement of the project. Then to recommend the appropriate price offer for negotiated sale of the affected properties and to provide technical assistance, if necessary, to the implementing agency on the negotiated sale proceedings and in administrative and judicial processes for other modes of right-of-way acquisition as needed, including the attendance of the concerned IPA technical personnel. So the same, this is the identified parcels to be acquired. The project title would be the Procurement of Appraisal Services for the Extension and Expansion of Baler Airport, which is the source of fund would be GAA CY 2017, which is a DOTR downloaded project. Approved budget of the contract is 700,850 as invitation to bid. So we have the key staff, which is the licensed property appraiser accredited by Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, which is a requirement based on the Right-of-Way Act. Duration is 45 calendar days. The applicable fee for the bidding documents is 1,120 pesos. For ITB Clause 10.1, the minimum required experience for the professional staff. So the key staff is only a professional appraiser, but we need 10 years of experience with a valid appraisal license. So scope of work, first they have to submit the inception report. Then after they have conducted they will submit the appraisal report. And if the acquisition program expropriation proceedings, they would necessarily appear before the court. Mode of procurement is public bidding, consulting services. Evaluation would be quality evaluation. The criteria is the same. And we would like to recall. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lolit. Pag ganun din ito, yun din yung ano niya, yung ano niya, document niya, yung approve on the type or the mode of procurement niya is for public bidding. Hindi lang nire-retrieve yung secretariat. Other than that, any comment presentation of the ADMS?
For me, Mr. Chair, I have none so far.
We have to approve this minus the or pending the pending
Through the chair.
Go ahead, Joss.
Yeah, may comment lang ako pala, sir, tungkol doon sa scope of work.
Sige, go ahead.
Can you go back work slowly? Yeah. Yung pong tatlong trabaho na to may kanya-kanya.
Yes, sir.
Paano kapag walang court appearance o madideduct yun sa amount?
It's specified in the terms of reference. Court appearance is separate yung bayad niya per appearance. Ganun po yung sa court po.
Okay. So, kung walang court, mababawasan kung sakali yung amount?
Hindi na po, sir. Bali, nakasilang siya sa terms of reference na since kung hindi umano yung negotiated sale, kung mag-expro talaga, required silang mag-present pero another payment long.
Different payment on top of the contract. So yung scope of work lang po nila is yung inception and appraisal technically sa
Yes.
yung amount na proposed.
The third importance lang is siya pepper. Parang naka-specify na lang po doon kasi sila po yung nag-appraise. So sila yung mag-order.
So, as galing nila if ever doon sa court appearance.
Yung bayad is actually the budget forwarded by this is just part of the project cost. Portion lang siya, sir. So, project cost.
Wala pong magiging question doon sa pag-allocate from the allotted money PR.
Wala naman po, sir, since gagawin naman po tayo ng separate program.
Wala na pong katulad nito na proseso.
Kanino ba yun? Kanino ba yung nag-ano na hearing na yun? Bakit silent naman yun?
Apologies, Mr.
Sir, can you ask the question again?
What about the processing for payment of the court appearance?
Sir, if it will proceed talaga to expropriation proceedings and they would require the appearance of the appraiser or the surveyor, we would prepare a separate program of work for that.
Okay po, Mr. Chair.
Juan, liliwanag yung kanyang tanong ni sa iyo, Lolit. Yung this is scope of work, tatlo to. So,
Yes,
ibig sabihin mo, nga itong tatlo na ito. So, in the event nga na walang mangyaring court appearance on this court appearance, what happens to the fund allocated for this court appearance? Parang ganun.
Sir, for the prepared program of work for this, sir, the scope of work is inception and appraisal. Nandun sa schedule na
So, meron talagang mangyayari, hindi pwedeng wala.
Yes, sir. Inception report and appraisal report, sir. But nakalagay lang po yung coletilya sa court appearance pag may expro po siya. Kasi hindi naman po assured na mag-expro tayo kasi pwede
Tama yun.
pwede naman ayos na sa negotiation. Wala pong necessary na court appearance. So nakalagay lang po siya doon na parang if lang, coletilya lang po siya.
Okay, yan. Pero in the event na naman, it's another funding.
Yes,
Based
sir.
on yung program of work niya.
Yes,
Kung
sir.
magkakaroon ng mga mag-escalate ito sa court appearance na to. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sige. Thank you. Anything more from the members? If none, teka, nasaan na ba si Secretariat? Attorney Iris? Na-retrieve mo na yung mga dokumento nito?
Sir, retrieving pa po sa office, sir.
Retrieving pa?
Yes,
So,
sir.
can we approve this, Or, pending the, retrieval of the documents ng, yung approval ng kanya, ng mode of procurement?
Okay. Sir,
Go ahead.
Sir, we can approve naman po and if ever po nga na hindi naka-specify dun sa documents na yung mode of procurement, we can just information na lang po. Provide this would undergo a bidding po. Separate resolution po yun.
Hindi, ang tanong ko tumalon tayo do you have any violation for this?
Naman, basta may separate resolution po na prescribed mode po.
Na approve natin muna yung for posting without any mode of procurement? Knowing
Sir, we can await yung pag-retrieve and if nga po a separate resolution and then po, pwede na din naman po i-approve. Tapos for posting, within the week po, ay, Friday.
Next week na.
Apo.
Okay, with that siguro, any motion to, to approve for posting na itong mga bid docs nitong dalawang procurement na to ng yung survey, survey services and the consultancy.
Yes, sir. Some recommendation of the TWG and to proceed with the procurement of survey services and consultancy services for Baler Airport pending the submission of the document wherein it is stated that it could be purchased through public bidding.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, just move and seconded for the procurement of the survey services and consultancy services of Baler Airport pending the availability of the mode of procurement through public bidding is hereby approved. Okay, next item.
Sir, I will go back to the previous item, sir, the pre-procurement of survey services for the expansion of Vigan Airport, amounting to 2,533,755 pesos. This is an ADMS DOTR downloaded project, sir. Will be presented again by Engineer Hubay.
Sige.
Survey. Good morning again. Can everybody see my presentation?
Yes, Engineer.
Pre-procurement for the survey services for the expansion of Vigan Airport. So this is also a DOTR downloaded project. So for the land expansion of landside facilities for Vigan Airport. Same project background, same project objectives, but different airport. This is the initial area identified for acquisition. The project title would be the procurement of survey services for the expansion of Vigan Airport. Source of fund is GAA CY 2018, which is a DOTR downloaded project. Approved budget of the contract is 2,533,755 pesos. This is the minimum personnel requirement: 1 project manager, 1 geodetic engineer, 3 engineering aid, 1 laborer, 1 researcher, 2 CAD operator, coder/secretary, 1 messenger/liaison officer. So minimum equipment required: 2 pairs or 4 units of dual frequency survey grade GNSS equipment with corresponding accessories, 1 unit total station with accessories, and 1 service vehicle with dedicated driver. So the duration would be 75 calendar days, and the applicable fee for the bid docs is 5,600. The minimum required experience, so same for Baler Airport, we have the project manager years with a valid license, geodetic engineer 5 years also with a valid license. Scope of work is the same with Baler Airport. The recommendations would be the mode of procurement would be public bidding for consulting services. Evaluation procedure would be quality cost-based evaluation. The criteria is still the same, and we are requesting for the approval for posting. Thank you.
Thanks, Lolit. Any comment from the members? Pareho lang ito siya ng ano ng Baler.
No comment. Sir Chair.
No comment.
Likewise, Mr. Chair, no comment on my part.
The same pending the retrieval of the documents stating the project will be go on public bidding. The rest is available already, ready for posting. So any motion to approve?
Yes, sir. Move to accept the recommendation of the end user to proceed with the procurement process for the consulting services for Vegan Airport, pending the submission of the clear state.
Okay. Any second the motion, please?
So, Mr.
Second.
Chair,
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the procurement of the survey services and consultancy services of Vegan Airport pending the retrieval of the documents on its mode of procurement for public bidding is hereby approved. Thank you. Next item, other matters.
Sir, we also have one project, sir, for the procurement of consultancy service for the appraisal of land and improvements, including crops, trees, for the expansion of Vegan Airport, amounting to 1,193,700 pesos. This is also an ADMS DOTR downloaded project, sir.
Akala ko sinama na yon. Sorry ah.
No,
Pinag-isa
sir.
na kanina. Kasi parehas lang naman sila eh. Anyway, sige. Let's go back to this consultancy services niya.
This will be the last one. Procurement of appraisal services for the expansion of Vegan Airport. So same project background, same project objectives. This is the same as I have presented earlier. This is the initial area identified for acquisition. Project title would be the Procurement of Appraisal Services for the expansion of Vegan Airport, which is under the end of GAA CY 2018 DOTR downloaded projects. Approved budget for the contract is 1,193,700 pesos. Key staff is a licensed property appraiser accredited by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Duration would be 65 calendar days and the applicable fee for the bidding documents is 5,600 pesos. For ITB Clause 10.1, for professional appraiser, we would require 10 years of experience with a valid license. The same scope of work, and these are the recommendations. The mode of procurement would be consulting services, public lead for consulting services. Evaluation procedure would be quality cost based. Criteria for rating and rate for rating is the same. Testing for the approval of posting. Thank you.
Any comments? If no comments, let's move for the approval of this for posting of this bid docs. For the consultancy services for the appraisal of land and improvements including crops and trees for Bigan Airport.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, go ahead.
I so move that to adopt the recommendation of the procurement of appraisal service expansion of Bigang Airport pending the documents as required earlier in other similar projects.
I second, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it's a move and seconded. The consultancy services, land and improvement, including crops and trees for expansion of Bigan Airport, pending the retrieval of these documents regarding its mode of procurement for public bidding, hereby approved. And I want to manifest lang yung sinabi ko kanina on earlier regarding 2.2 is 2.2 is only for survey services for the expansion of Bigan Airport with the exclusion of the consultancy services. Yung sinabi ko kanina. Okay, thank you. Anything more?
Mr. Chair, there are no other matters in our agenda for this meeting, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, sorry, sir. There are many other matters po.
Sige, Kwan, Attorney Dane. Attorney Dane, meron ka?
Yes, sir.
Sige, go ahead, please.
Bakit po? Yes, sir. Sir, this is with respect to the procurement of consultancy services for the conduct of detailed engineering design of the expansion of PTB at Davao Terminal International Airport, sir. So, sir, there was a BAC Brava resolution number 2021-019 declaring this project, declaring the failure of public bidding and for the subsequent rebidding of this project, sir. However, sir, based on a circular issued by the GPPB for the conduct of rebidding of this project, the number of days should not exceed 15 days after the declaration of the first failure, or extendable up to 30 days. The was issued last August 13th pa po. So after more than 30 days had lapsed na po since the issuance of the resolution declaring the failure. However, sir, there's also a provision in the circular issued by the GPPB that if the procurement can so that the latter can make the appropriate decision to facilitate the procurement. So, sir, as discussed Engineer Mike, this the bid docs for this project has been reviewed po kasi. So there was a delay and they had to await the decision from I think from the DIA then on how to go about this matter. And that there was also delay in the signing po of the bid docs. Mike, is that
Back
correct?
resolution.
Of the back resolution po. So, nagkaroon po lang delay kaya hindi po siya na-present agad for the rebidding. So, our recommendation in this respect is for the secretariat with our assistance po to make a report on this matter that we will forward to the
Anong pa natin, ano yung main reason? Bakit na-delay ito?
Mike?
Bali, tatlong main reasons po. Review ng end user, review ng POR, POW, and pangalawa po yung signature ng BAC resolution. Bali po, ang date po dyan ay August 13, pero na pirmahan fully with kasama yung pirma ni DG on later part of October, opo. At tapos yung instruction, awaiting instruction by the DIA board with regards to kung sino po yung magpapatuloy ng procurement po nito. Kasi yung board po ay active na, baka po magka problema tayo sa implementation na hindi na dapat tayo yung
Hindi, alam ko dyan, Mike, ganito kasi yan. Ang alam ko dyan, ano muna meron ng board resolution ng DIA Ewan ko ano ba to? Check ko kasi in the absence of the of the constitution of the back of the DIA, tayo muna ang dito, magpo-procure. Merong ganun.
Okay po, sir.
Ewan ko bakit hindi nakarating sa atin yung ganito dito sa kwan yung na yon. Tayo muna magtutuloy. So yung issue na ganun, wala yon. Hindi mangyayari yon. Kasi alam ko meron ng ganun na na tayo muna magtutuloy lahat kasi wala pa sila dun Wala pa silang na-constitute na number ng back nila. Kaya tayo muna lahat ang tatrabaho dyan. Sige, kung ano yung recommendation ng niyo, Mike, kung di gumawa na lang kayo ng report citing all those instances. Kaya meron
yes.
na.
Yes, sir. Ito po
Sige.
yung sa 4.1.3. So, the report would come from the back na lang din po. So, we will just prepare a report and meet with the secretariat po for your signature na lang din.
Sige. Any more issues for the other matters?
Sir, to the chair, Dr. Terencio po ulit.
Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
Sir, may concern lang po ang Opsam laboratory, yung end user po nila. Sir, with regards to yung pag-purchase po ng laboratory agents, at saka yung para sa preventive maintenance and calibration ng laboratory equipment nila. Sir, parang last October 14, nag-present na po ang PWG, si Attorney Dane, yung bid evaluation at saka yung post-qualification ng said project. Tapos po, nag-recommend po ang TWG for the award po sa BioCare. Tapos, ang back members din po, din po PWG recommendation. Tapos, pati din kayo po, in-approve niyo na po yung award sa contract. Ngayon, sir, gagawa na ng parang back resolution, parang problema nagkaroon ng dilemma kasi parang wala na po yung pipirma among sa back members o kulang po. Kaya hindi nyo na rin po na-actionan yon. So na-pending po ang yung project po sa back secretary. So, well sir, humingi po kami ng guidance kung papaano na po ang gagawin. Ayun lang po.
Secretariat, Technical Working.
Sir, if I may, sir, I think that was the project that was not posted, sir, in the PhilJobs website. That is why it was also raised during our earlier meeting, sir, about that concern, sir. And then the BAC Secretariat is, I think, currently processing the notice for direct contracting for that one, sir, para po maulit po yung procurement procedure. However, sir, we will have to confirm, sir, with the details or the facts of the concerns raised by Dr. Terencio, sir. And then we will set it as an agenda matter, sir. We will look first into the documents and the procedures that were taken by the BAC, sir.
Yes, sir. I agree, sir, with Attorney Irish, sir. And if I'm not mistaken, hindi po talaga to umabot pa sa post-qual because nga po, when we were trying to set a meeting with the with BioCare po, na suspend, ay hindi po tinutuloy ni Attorney Rob since na nga po na hindi po siya na-post for direct contract. The recommendation was to start po ulit with this project.
Hindi, nakita ko dyan yung proper coordination natin or information siguro. Mula dito sa end user, tsaka dun sa, dun sa BioCare. Mukhang,
Sir,
nakakausap niyo ba sila?
Sir, if I may, sir, we are in contact with BioCare, sir. However, the end user was the BAC Secretariat is constantly informing of the status of the project, sir, as well as the previous discussions that was made this project, sir.
So, Doc Benjamin.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Have you heard the yung dito, BAC Secretariat tsaka ng Technical Working Group?
Sige po. Opo, yes sir.
Na lang siguro kayo, matter of yung information coordination lang siguro para hindi naman ma-misunderstood o whatever kung ano yung ng natin dito sa CAAP. No, para at it's a matter of lang talaga yung information na dapat makarating dun sa sa inyo hanggang dun sa proponent natin.
Yes sir.
Nga. So ganun na lang siguro.
Opo,
Narinig mo na may explanation ni ni Technical Working Group.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you po sir.
Okay, sige. Thank you, Doc. Sige. Any other more issues? No, if none, let's call it a day. Any motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
I second, Mr. Chair.
Okay, to adjourn this BAC Bravo meeting. Okay. It's 12:04. Happy lunch. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Happy weekend.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you po.